This is Miss Ruggieri from the best library in Robinson, Texas, USA, Robinson Intermediate School, and it is Friday, which means it's time for KFC First Chapter Friday. Woo! So excited. Walking through the library, I always look for interesting books. And I always find stuff because we've got like over 7,500 books in our collection. That's a lot of books. So every day you can find something new. And so I was just out cruising the library today. I found this little series that I thought looked really cute. And there are 4 books in the series. This is number 4. This is number 3. This would be number 2. And this is the first book that starts the series. And I like the artwork because it looks comical, it looks fun, it looks happy. And it is called the Platypus Police Squad. It was written by Jarrett. He looks like he has a Russian name, so I'm probably not going to say it very well because I don't speak Russian. But I'm going to say it the best I can because, that's what we do. We say things the best that we can. It's looks like it's Jarrett Kroskaska. Or it might be Polish or Czech or something like that. But anyways, it looks like it's a super great little series. So I wanted to just spotlight something on KFC today that was just something fun and happy and exciting and never seen before in my life. So this one is book number 1, The Frog Who Croaked. And, oh, goodness, frogs who croaked. Get it? Frogs who croaked. Ha, ha, ha. So let's see, chapter 1, here we go. We have looks like it's a platypus that's our main character. And of course that would tie into the title, Platypus Police Squad. And he looks like he might be getting ready for work. Let's see, chapter 1, the Zingo House. It's at 6:45 a.m. in the morning. Detective Rick Zingo's alarm clock buzzed, but he was already wide awake. He turned it off, took a deep breath, and sprang up from bed, shoving aside his blankets. Push-ups, sit-ups, tail flexes, jumping jacks. He felt great. No, he felt awesome. His outfit for the day was carefully draped over his chair, new jeans, a sharp collared shirt, and his lucky leather jacket. He dressed slowly, inspecting himself in the mirror. His tail was looking excellent today, and he gave it a wag. Zingo switched on the radio and turned it on to Z94.3. The bass, not bass. The bass of hip-hop beats filled Zingo's bedroom as blood pulsated through his veins. He opened the window, letting fresh air stream into his well-organized, enormous, immaculate room. The familiar view from his second-floor bedroom sprawled out before him. Rows of houses with well-maintained yards, lush greenery adorning the concrete blocks, and beyond that, the skyline of the city he pledged to protect. It was his turn right now. The temperature was on its way down as fall settled in, a welcome change from the sweltering heat of summer, kind of like boy, I'm ready for those fall temperatures, and it's been such a nice day today. So hopefully those fall temperatures will stick around for us too. Zingo grabbed his watch off the dresser, careful not to disturb his collection of coins stacked perfectly by type. The bathroom was outfitted with the latest high-tech furnishings from his father's home remodeling company. Zingo brushed his mouth plate, polished his bill, and then opened the vanity mirror, selecting one of the neatly placed bottles of fur product. He squeezed a dab out into his webbed flipper, and with a quick flip of the tufts of his cofer, I think that's how you say that word. If anybody knows how to say this word, email me. It's C-O-E, wait a minute. It's C-O-I-F-F-U-R-E. I'll have to Google and see how to say that. He was ready for his day. He smirked at himself in the mirror and thought aloud, I'm going to be the flyest platypus on the force. He struck a few poses, imagining how he'd look to the bad guys when he took them down. "Honey," Zingo's mother shouted as he turned down the stairs. "Honey, you're going to be late." "Ma, I'm ready to go." His mother had his hot chocolate waiting for him in the kitchen, just as she did every morning. "I'm sorry, sweetheart. I know how much this day means to you. Look, I put your hot chocolate in your favorite mug." Zingo looked hard at the clown's face, plastered on its side. It used to be his favorite mug. It was the one he got from Kalamazoo City Circus when he was 7. Sometimes his mom forgot he was a grown-up platypus. He gave her a tug and pulled a stainless steel travel mug from his cabinet. Zingo's dad entered the large modern kitchen, sweaty and dressed head to webbed toe in running gear. There they are eating breakfast. So this is a platypus family, and there's a kid platypus. All right, I can kind of see where the story's going. The morning newspaper sat in a pile on the kitchen table, the crossword puzzle already completed. Zingo glanced at the clock. 7:20 on the button. His dad was like a machine. He'd been going on the same run every morning for 20 years and was never more than a minute off. "Finally up, lazy bones? Today's the big day, isn't it?" Zingo's dad toweled himself off as Zingo's mom gave him a glass of ice water. "Shouldn't you get moving? It's your first day on the force, after all. Remember, if you're not 15 minutes early, that means you're 15 minutes late." "I've got time, Dad. The precinct is only 10 minutes away." Zingo tipped the milk to fill his cereal bowl, but poured too much, spilling milk across the counter. "Aw, man." "I'll get that, honey." His mom was quick with a sponge, wiping down the counter. "Here, let me." She poured him a new bowl of Fruity Pops and put it on the table, where wheat toast and the glass of orange juice were waiting. "Sit, dear. You'll need a good meal to start your day." Zingo chomped away, trying to ignore the commercial that was blaring on the TV. He wished his family would eat a meal in silence for once. And to make matters worse, it was the same annoying commercial that had been playing for weeks. "Pandini Enterprises," shouted the announcer. "Your city better." Zingo watched the pictures of all the Pandini businesses flash past on the screen. Black and White, the highest rated restaurant in the Southeast according to Devour magazine. Bamboo, the hottest club and lounge in the city. Roar, the most state-of-the-art gym and sports training facility in the world. And soon, the all-new Kalamazoo Coliseum, home of the Kalamazoo City Sharks. Next came the image of Pandini Tower, the tallest and most garish building in the city. Then Frank Pandini Jr. himself, the purveyor of all the wonderfulness, walked into the screen, flashing his winning smile. He was probably the best known person in town, thanks to his never-ending television and radio ads, his billboards, and sports team he sponsored. Zingo cringed as Pandini opened his mouth to speak. "Hello, neighbors. I'm Frank Pandini, and I'm here for you. And if I haven't already seen you, I'll be seeing you real soon." Before the commercial ended, Pandini gave a wink at the camera. Zingo was disgusted. He reached over to the flat screen his dad had installed under the cabinets and snapped it off. "You can't turn around in this town without seeing the panda's mug," he grumbled, sitting back down. "Now, Ricky, he's done a lot for this city," said Mr. Zingo, and he took a sip of his coffee from his Pandini Enterprises branded cup. "He brought it back to life. I remember when I married your mom, and she wanted to move back to her hometown. I thought it was the worst idea in the world. This place was a real no-hopper, a dead end." This is the Pandini bear in his billboard and his toothy grin. Zingo had grown up hearing these stories about the bad old days when crime bosses ran the show and kept honest people from getting ahead. The story was so familiar that he knew word for word what his mother would say next. If it wasn't for my dear Pop, this wouldn't be a ghost town. This would be a ghost town, she said, dabbing her eye with the edge of her apron. He lost his life taking down Frank Pandini Sr. The Zingo slammed his mug down on the table. That's just it. Why are we all so thrilled about everything that Louse's son has done? I just don't trust Frank Pandini Jr. If, like father, like son was true in every case, my boy, laughed Mr. Zingo, patting his fit midriff, you'd be out running every morning with me and eating fruit salad instead of gorging on junk food. This was an old routine. It was time to change the subject. I wonder who I'll get for a partner, Zingo said. I hope he's cool. Zingo's dad sat back in the chair. Well, Sergeant Pulazinski knows what he's doing. Just you listen to him, Ricky, and keep your head down, and all those detectives are going to be calling you Sergeant in a few years, just like your granddad. Actually, he was a lieutenant, dear, said Mrs. Zingo. Zingo looked at his mom, who smiled at him encouragingly. He ate one more bite of his cereal, downed his juice, and grabbed his travel mug. All right, I'm off. Wish me luck, guys, he said. Good luck, honey, his mother said. His father raised his cup of coffee. Do us proud, Ricky, do us proud. And Zingo stopped in the doorway. I will, Dad, you'll see. And so out Zingo goes to start his day, and it sounds like a brand new job. And so, this is really a neat series so far. I like it because it's an easy read, and I like easy read stories that you can get through. You don't have to spend a lot of time thinking about what the words are. It flows really well. You don't need a dictionary to look up the strange words, although we did find one strange word. And if anybody knows what that word is and how to say it, come by and let me see, or let me hear you tell me, what the word means. And we will see you next Friday on KFC First Chapter Friday. Oh, and if you're interested in these books, they're going to be at our KFC table, and you can come check it out. See you guys later.